All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakathum. And it's your brother Yerah, man. I want to say a few words on the mindset of wisdom in the coming times that we're coming into. Which food shortages are about to be a real thing. It's about to be a very tangible, palpable event coming up on us, man. This is going to be well. We know it's going to get much, much worse, but this is going to be the start of us feeling things. So, it begs the question: what mindset should we be in, man? All right, and one of the things that we need to hold fast to is wisdom. All right, wisdom is going to basically be our food, our sustenance, in more ways than one. Number one is going to keep us from bugging out. Number two, it's going to be a defense. All right, against very, very dangerous scenarios, and it's also going to be offense, man. It's going to be things that we can use to further ourselves and better ourselves, man. What made me think about this was Wisdom of Solomon, the 10th chapter. But I'm going to start at Isaiah 33, just so we can kind of get, like the foundation going. But yeah, man, ultimately, man, like the spirit that we need to be in is a solemn one, because now is the time when things are about to get separated. Brothers about to get tried, about to get tested. Your family members, you about to find out how they really feel about you. Your woman, friends you know in the world, your next door neighbor. The pressure is about to turn up, man. Ultimately. But let me get this precept, not to make it too long. This is Isaiah 33 and 2. It says, "O Lord Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee, but thou there, be thou there armed every morning." Our salvation also in the time of trouble. All right, so this is Isaiah. This is a supplication of deliverance, man. In the coming time now. Back in the day, in this time, you had the Assyrians coming in, putting Jacob in captivity. But we know this is going to be something we call Jacob's trouble, coming up. So the same thing applies. It says, "At the noise of the tumult, the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself, the nations were scattered. And your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar. As the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them," man. So this is talking about the spoils of the Most High, man. All right. And the Lord is going to give us spoils, man. Even when all hell is breaking loose, in the face of adversity, we're going to get spoils, okay? It says, verse 5, "The Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness." And Zion in this case is going to be the elect, man. That mountain, that government of Israel. All right, that's written about all throughout the scriptures. You hear about Israel ruling, man. Israel judging the nations. All right, the nations coming to us, giving tribute offerings. All of that's going to be a reality, all right? But the main point, verse 6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure," man. So one thing it speaks about right there is wisdom, all right, and knowledge, and how it's going to stabilize us, all right? That's going to stabilize us. And the thing that's going to protect us, all right, is going to be the fear of the Lord, man, all right? You can't fear the Lord enough, man. There's a lot of bad ways to go out in this place, okay? And if the Lord is not pleased with you, man, he can do whatever he wants. He created you. He allowed you to live the life that you lived so far. For those of you who are living good, so it's within his power. He's justified in destroying everybody, really. We're his creation. So that's why fear of the Lord is paramount, man. But let me go back. All right, let me go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, because Really, this whole chapter is good. I'm gonna just try to read through it real quick. Lord willing, I have enough space on my phone here. It says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "She preserved the first formed Father of the world that was created alone, and brought him out of his fall." All right, that she is talking about wisdom here. All right, and gave him power to rule all things. Okay, and we know that the being that the Lord created to rule over everything, man, is Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the king of the universe. All right, and we know Yahweh, the Father. He's that and beyond. But everything we can perceive, man, the stars, the heavens, everything, the earth, things we discovered, things we haven't discovered, it's all the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. That was given to him, man, and we're joint heirs in that. All right, but it says, verse 2, it says, "And gave him power to rule all things. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger," the her being wisdom. When you go away from wisdom, all right, when you start, going and getting into folly, and that's a dangerous ground, especially in the time of trouble. All right. It says, "But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother." All right. Now that's speaking on Cain. Back in the ancient world, we know the story of Cain and Abel, how he slew Abel, his brother. All right, because he was bitter and he was just a wicked ass nigga, man. And so the Lord marked his ass, but gave him the blessing of not being able to be touched in that time period. But we all know that he came back, and he, as Esau, and he was given the power of the sword. Even back then, he had that blessing. But that's what that's referring to. It says, "For whose cause the earth drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it." All right, so this is talking about the flood during the time of Noah. It's saying the only reason that there's anybody left is because there was wisdom in the earth. All right, now let's see who the wisdom was dealing with. It says, "Wisdom again preserved it and directed the course of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value." Now, who is that talking about, man? That's talking about Noah, all right, and the ark, because that wisdom didn't go out of the earth; it rested on Noah, all right, and through Noah, that wisdom came, and all the animals to seed the earth, to repopulate it, were on that ark, along with Noah and his 3 sons and their wives, and his wife. Okay, 8 people, and through that wisdom, just with just Noah, really, through that wisdom just being on him, and that one thing, and it says a piece of wood of small value, the entire earth came back, man. All right, so that's the power of wisdom in dire times. You see, like that's the importance of it. We're gonna need that same wisdom in the coming times, man. All right. It says, "Moreover, the nations in their wicked conspiracy being confounded, she found out the righteous, and preserved him blameless unto the Most High, and kept him strong against his tender compassion toward his son." All right. It says, "When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man." All right. Salakia, "When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man, she being wisdom, who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities." All right. Now, the righteous man that fled those 5 cities was Lot. And the events in Genesis 19, you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, speaks about those 2 cities in particular. But that whole valley, there was 5 cities of just lawlessness, man, just unimaginable wickedness going on. All right, and the Lord hit it with fire, man. So that this is again where it says she delivered the righteous man. That was wisdom, man. Lot had wisdom. That's what delivered him, man. Wisdom is the mechanism by which we're going to be delivered, man, out of this thing. It's why we come into the truth. It's why we stay diligent. The scriptures say, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Fear keeps us in this thing, man. We have a love for it as well, but fear is on the other side of it, man. You know. So that fear is linked to wisdom, man. All right. It says, of those wickedness, even to this day, the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness. Excuse me. It says, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. Speaking about Lot's wife, man, who's basically an unbelieving soul. And now she's a monument. She's an example of what not to do. That's what Esau's getting ready to be. He's about to be a major example of how not to rule. All right, how not to behave. Okay. It says, verse 8, for regarding not wisdom, they gat not only his hurt, that they knew not the things which were good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness, man. So not only did you get the punishment of your foolishness, of suffering, being burnt up, okay, but there's a memorial of the stupidity that you were involved in, man. All right, that's going to be America. That's going to be Babylon. All of these nations that are with America, that are pro-America, that want to come here and be a part and accept all of its philosophies and drinking the Kool-Aid, basically. When you see that pillar of smoke going up in the heavens forever and ever and ever, man, that's going to be a mockery unto you, man. All right? All of you other nations, all right, that's going to survive the missiles is just going to be a mockery unto you, okay? It says, but also left behind them the world of memorial of their foolishness, so that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid. So what you did is not going to be hid. It's going to be a memorial of what you did. All right. Just from not following wisdom, man. Just not being embracing and engaged in wisdom. You know. It says, it says here, when the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right paths. She showed him the kingdom of the Most High, and gave him knowledge of holy things, made him rich in his travels, and multiplied the fruit of his labors, man. So when we're going to be in fleeing from Esau, man, you know, we're going to be pilgrims. All right. That's going to be us, man. You know, and even in flight, the Lord is going to look out for us. The Lord said He made him rich. I believe He's talking about Jacob when he met Esau out there in the wilderness. You know, he met Esau and he was afraid, you know. It says, and gave him knowledge of holy things, and made him rich in his travels, and multiplied the fruit of his labors. It says, in the covetousness of such as oppressed him, she stood by him and made him rich, man. So through all the things that we're going through, the Lord is going to enrich us, man. Even though it don't feel like it right now, you know, we got things that we're dealing with. We got pains, you know, in our body. We got our cars breaking down on us, giving us hell, costing us money. You know, a woman vexing you. You know, whatever it is, you know, these are things that we just gotta suffer, man. You know, that there's no way around it. You know, because this is what the Lord requires of us. But when you see the reward that we're gonna get, you're gonna be like, oh man, this wasn't shit. You know. It says, she defended him from his enemies, and she kept him safe from those that lay in wait. In a sore conflict, she gave him the victory. All right. And we're going to be in a very sore conflict, man. There may be troops surrounding us. You know, brothers may be putting in particular camps. All right. There's going to be sore battles going on, man. Sore meaning great. All right, but the Lord is going to give us the victory. As it says, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time. It says that He might know that the goodness is stronger than all. All right, so that's the Lord did that so you can know that just do what I tell you to do, man. And that's above everything, man. Above being buff and shape, lifting weights and all of that. That's great to be in health, But none of that's gonna save you if you're not right, okay, up here. All right, it says, when the righteous was sold, she forsook him not, but delivered him from sin. She went down with him into the pit. So we're going to be in situations where we're in the pit, we're down and out, but wisdom is going to be right there with us, man. We have to be in that spirit of Job. Wisdom never left Job, man, no matter how dire or low that he got. You know, he was hurt. His family was gone. His woman turned against him. His health left him. All of his riches. Other nations came in and just spoiled him, took all his shit. Okay, but he never abandoned wisdom, and wisdom was still with him. Why? Because he never turned against the Most High. He just prayed. You know, he prayed. He even prophesied. You know, and he kept his integrity. All right. It says, verse 14, and left him not in bond till she brought him the scepter of the kingdom and power against those that oppressed him. All right. And that's powerful, man. The Lord's gonna bring us over the people that are oppressing us, man. The very people that's talking shit, that's got their foot on our neck. The Lord's gonna flip the script. All right. And we're gonna be ruling over them, man. It says, as for them that had accused him, they showed them to be liars and gave them perpetual glory. So the slander is going to come. We're going to be found out to be blameless. All right. Not only are we going to find out to be blameless, but we're going to be found out to be the forefront of wisdom. All right. We're going to be sought after, famous. All right. For knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Okay. It says, she delivered the righteous people and blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them. It says she entered into the soul of the servant of the Lord Yahweh and withstood dreadful kings and wonders and signs. All right, and we got dreadful kings over us today, man. You know, this is a exhortation, man. We gotta be excited about the thing that we're a part of, that the wisdom is available to us, man. As long as we keep our integrity, we do the right thing, we're diligent, you know. Verse 17, it says, render to the righteous a reward of their labors, all right? And only ones that get the reward are the ones laboring, man. There's going to be some that are delivered through helping, man. But the ones that are laboring, the Lord's got a reward for us, brothers. We just got to keep pushing, man, through all the hell, through our bodies, you know, and all types of ways that Satan attacks us, man. We just got to endure. It says, guided them in a marvelous way and was under them for a cover by day and a light of stars in the night season. All right. It says, brought them through the Red Sea. All right. And led them through much water. All right. Now that's talking about the events of us escaping Egypt. All right. We know that we were oppressed by a people. They talked shit on us. They put us, they greatly oppressed us. They put us basically as chattel slavery. And they wouldn't let us go, man. And the Lord delivered us out of that place, man, through plagues and all types of other things, you know. And the Lord ended up, what did he say? And we spoiled the Egyptians, man. So we got, not only did we no longer be oppressed, but we spoiled all of their gold, the silver, all of their precious things. We got them, man. The Lord had us walking out of Egypt balling. That's how the Lord do, man. You know, like, that's how the Lord operate, man. You here 1 second, you got a dirty ass Hamite with his foot on your neck, talking shit, you know, and then the next moment, you're not only out of captivity, but you're balling better than you ever have, man. That's how the Lord does it, man. He sends a savior, all right. In this case, it was Moses, and completely flips things, man. All right, but we got to remember that. The key thing in all of this, the underlying theme is wisdom, man. Fearing the Lord is the beginning of that. All right. Verse 19. But she drowned their enemies and cast them up out of the bottom of the deep. All right. Therefore, the righteous spoil the ungodly. All right. And praise thy holy name, O Lord, and magnify with one accord thine hand that fought for them. All right. For wisdom opened the mouth of the dumb and made the tongues of them that cannot speak eloquent. All right. So there's nothing that we can't do. All right. As long as we're dealing with wisdom of the Holy Scriptures, man. So with that, I'll end it there, man. Hopefully you brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rakakwadash Wa Abba Shalom.